Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a bulb. First we're going to start by making a magic ring. Now into the magic ring we want to do 6 single crochet. Now that you have your 6 single crochet, pull on the tail to close the circle. I like to use a piece of scrap yarn as a stitch marker. Now for row 2 we're going to do an increase into each single crochet. At the end of this round you will have 12 stitches. To do the increase you do a single crochet into the first stitch and then you go into that same stitch and do another single crochet. If the magic ring has become loose, just pull on the tail to tighten it again. For row 3 we're going to do a single crochet into each of the crochet. At the end of this round you will have 12 stitches. You can now see the stem starting to form. For row 4 to 7 we're going to do a single crochet into each of the stitches. At the end of each round you will have 12 stitches. For row 8 we're going to change colour. So you want to go into the first stitch as you would normally, but you don't want to pull the yarn through here. This is where you want to grab your second colour, put it around your hook and then pull that through. I like to just tighten off the green here, just sometimes the stitch does get a little bit loose. I tuck the tail of the colour plus my green just behind my work because I like to be able to sew it in basically by hooking it through the back of my crochet work. So now we go through, you can see that I've just got the other yarns behind it. Now this row we're also going to do an increase, so we want to do that first crochet and then into the second one we want to do an increase. Repeat the pattern of one single crochet then increase all the way around this row. At the end of the round you will have 18 stitches. Once I have done a few stitches, I snip off the green as it should be tightly secured by me crocheting it into the back. For row 9, we'll do a single crochet into each of the first 2 stitches, then an increase into the third. Repeat this pattern all the way around, and at the end of the row you will have 24 stitches. For row 10, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 3 stitches, then an increase into the 4th. Repeat this pattern all the way around, and at the end of this row you will have 30 stitches. For row 11, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 4 stitches, then an increase into the 5th stitch. At the end of this row you will have 36 stitches. For row 12, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 5 stitches, then an increase into the 6th stitch. At the end of this row you will have 42 stitches. For row 13, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the stitches. At the end of this row, you will have 42 stitches. At the end of this row, if you just wanted to do a topper for a flower pot, you could finish off here and then sew this bit into the top of a flower pot, but I'm going to continue on making a bulb. For row 14, we're going to start to decrease. So we will do a single crochet into each of the first 5 stitches, and then into the 6th and 7th we want to do a decrease. I'll show you how to do that when we come around. So you want to go into the front loop only of the 6th and 7th stitch, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through, and that is our decrease. At the end of this row you'll have 36 stitches. For row 15, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 4 stitches, then a decrease into the 5th and 6th stitch. At the end of this row you will have 30 stitches. For row 16, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 3 stitches, then a decrease into the 4th and 5th stitch. At the end of this row you'll have 24 stitches. For row 17, we're going to do a single crochet into each of the first 2 stitches and then do a decrease into the 3rd and 4th stitch. At the end of this row you'll have 18 stitches. Now we're going to add some stuffing to our bulb. We want to put in a bit, but we don't want to overstuff it at this point, as it can make it hard to continue to crochet. After this round, we can put some more stuffing in to help fill it out. For row 18, we're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch and then a decrease into the second and third stitch. At the end of this row you will have 12 stitches. Off camera, I've put some more stuffing into the bulb just to help firm it and make it a little bit more round. Now into the 19th row, we're going to do a decrease all the way around. At the end of this round we'll have 6 stitches. With the stuffing it can be a little bit tricky, so just might need to squeeze it together. To finish it off, we want to do a slip stitch, so go through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through and pull it through the stitch on your hook. You can now cut your yarn and pull the yarn all the way through and tighten it off. Now get your needle and we're just going to go through each of the stitches so then we can close off the small hole in the bottom. Let's pull it tight. With the tail of the thread, I just go through the work and just go in anywhere randomly. And I pull it through, and then I pull it back through the same hole, back down towards the bottom. This just helps hide the thread inside the work. And just cut off any excess, and then you can just use your darning needle to poke any little bits back into the work so they're not sticking out through the bottom. And then you go. Now we have our bulb. If you'd like some leaves on the top of your bulb, you're going to do a slip knot and then chain 8. So into the first chain we're going to do a single crochet. Then into the second we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, go through the chain loop, pull through, and then you'll have 3 on your hook. And you want to yarn over and pull through all 3. Into the next one we'll do a double crochet. So yarn over, into the loop, pull it through, and this time we only want to go through the first 2 loops, then yarn over and pull it through the 2 loops. Repeat this into the next chain, Now for the next one, we once again do a half double crochet, and then into the next one a single crochet. For the last chain on the loop, we do a slip knot. And there is our first leaf. This side you want to chain 7, as that bottom chain will act as the 8th chain for this side. You want to do the same as you did for the other leaf, so a single crochet into the first, then a half double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, and a slip stitch into that bottom stitch. So your slip stitch goes into the 8th chain, which is the same chain as the slip stitch from the other leaf. Now you can cut your yarn, leaving a long enough tail to pull it through your bulb, and tighten it off. Using a darning needle, just put both bits of yarn through the loop there. And we're just going to put it through the center of the stem of the bulb. And there is your cute little bulb with the ends of the yarn from the leaves. If you just want to turn it over, and you can just tie them off, cut them, and tuck any loose bits into the bottom of your work. With a little bit of stuffing, this bulb fits perfectly into the pot that I made in a previous video.